Hello and welcome to Scents with Benefits. My name is Jamar Russ and I'm the outreach coordinator here at your local Food Co-op. And I am here with Abigail Houston, author of Scents with Benefits. And Abigail, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you so much for having me, Jamar. Goosehead Food Co-op, thank you. I'm here today to talk about essential oils and how to be a perfumer. So what we're doing today is Goosehead has a whole selection of essential oils, and with just a little skill, a little know-how, you can create your own essential oil aromatherapy perfumes and colognes. And so I thought that Jamar and I would go through a little of the basics of perfumery.
I'm really excited about this because I don't know enough. And when Abigail was like, "Well, Jamar, hey, here's some facts," and I got really excited because I saw that she knew history and I felt educated after our conversation. And I was like, this will be amazing for you to kind of walk us through how to actually build our scents, a little of the history, and go from there.
Oh, great. So you want to get started?
I would love to. I would love to. Okay.
So perfumery, essential oils in perfumery are basic. It's a lot like music, like musical notes. Your essential oils are a lot like musical notes in that they certain notes are thicker than others, and so they resonate longer. And those would be your base notes. So all natural perfumery started in 1400 BC. Queen Pharaoh Hatshepsut was the female king of Egypt, and she elevated fragrance for the lives of Egyptians, much more than just temple ceremony incense. She had her fleet join the spice trade, and so they brought back all their wares, all the new fragrances that they found on the spice route, the trade route. And Queen Pharaoh Hatshepsut opened up fragrance kiosks all over Egypt, and so it turned into like a commodity where it was part of the ritual of every day, and it was really encouraged by Egyptians. And she was a master beekeeper. She also, her endeavor of, it was the Wikipedia calls it the first transplant of foreign trees. She had frankincense and myrrh brought into Egypt, and they transplanted it for their own use. So to cultivate them in Egypt. So she was really into like expanding their scent repertoire, and they used fragrance and essential oils in their burial rituals.
Wow.
So I mean, it was a huge part of Egyptians' lives, and it's just kind of grown since then.
I love the fact when you said they have kiosks all over the place, and how it was integrated into everyday living. Almost like it was kind of deemed essential.
Right.
Okay.
Well, and because essential oils are scientifically proven to fight viruses, they kill germs, they enhance good health. So essential oils were also part of good hygiene for back then when they didn't have maybe the same like cleanliness.
Yes.
So essential oils help with that. They keep you healthy and well. And so why not have fun with it and create perfumes? And you scent your own stuff and you can, make your own fragrances custom to the scents that are your favorites.
Now, I love when you say like custom to the scents that are your favorite. What are some of your favorite scents?
Gosh, I love the florals. I love those florals. They're, that's what you think of when you think of perfumery, but I love the freshness of citrus. Certainly all the herbs and spices. I don't know, is there a scent you don't like? I don't know. All the food scents. And Goosehead has a great variety of essential oils, so there's like a smell for everyone for sure.
I love that, a smell for everyone. Okay.
Well, so the way perfumery works is that they are, essential oils are like musical notes. So the essential oils resonate at different frequencies, which means they are the volatility of the oils. So the top notes, which will start here. You want to try some?
Oh, of course.
Do you want to guess? Do you want to try guessing?
Okay, I can. I may not be the best at this, but I will try.
Try it. Sure. And while you're guessing, I'll give you some facts about. Sorry, your hands are probably a wrestling match. Me and
always. Oh.
Okay, child-proof. Okay. You said cares about your safety there. Well, let's try this. Okay, go.
Okay.
You give this a go and see if this doesn't ring a bell for you. And generally, how you do it is you waft. Try to waft it towards you.
Oh.
They say waft, don't draft. You know, just so
Okay.
it's not, you know.
So I don't need to like.
No, you're good. Waft. No.
Citrus.
Yep, you got it. These are the top notes.
Oh.
So they're like the fireworks on top is what they call them.
Yeah.
So they don't last very long. The citrus
Okay.
oils don't last very long.
Uh-huh.
So they're the first impression you get from your fragrance. When you create a fragrance, the citruses and the top notes, they don't last as long. So
Okay.
you have to kind of bind them to your body with the bass notes, which are thick and resinous, and so like music, like the bass guitar, it's the low notes, and they last long. They last long. You know how like when you're on a piano, the high notes, ping, 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 they're gone in a second. But when you hit the low notes, the bass notes, boom, they resonate for a long time. Same with essential oils. So this is, well, you know, the fragrance and the essential oils are the woods and resins. So the bases are mostly the woods, mosses. So they last a long time and they adhere the fragrance to your skin. So I'm gonna give patchouli the old 70s oil. And an interesting thing about patchouli is that the leaves, when they're picked, are not fragrant. They have to be fermented before they become
Okay,
fragrant.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And then, of course, you've got your temple incense, the frankincense, which is like isn't that wonderful?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and that lingers. I love that. I love that.
And you know what's interesting about essential oils? It's similar to cooking, where base notes need a top note to lift. Like heavy flavors need citrus to lift the.
Yeah.
So it's a lot is similar to cooking actually. So if you're practicing your perfumery skills will increase your knowledge of cooking, flavor and fragrance. It's wonderful to study. And then you have most of your notes end up in the mid section, because that's herbs, spices. I mean, it encompasses pretty much everything else. And there are many base notes to use, like your woods, but not nearly as many as there are spices. So most of your notes will be mid notes, and so you've got your high notes, your top notes, which are the citruses to lift it. You've got your base notes, which resonate longest, so they'll keep it on your body for long. You'll have the fragrance on you for longer. And then you've got your mid notes, which are your urban spices mostly. And so here's, of course, a familiar. Recognize that.
Oh yeah.
Of course. Peppermint.
Yeah.
Isn't that wonderful? Fresh.
Well, I'm a fan of peppermint as well.
It's healthy.
Yeah. So I really love this. And I'm really stuck on these. I did not realize I would love this so much.
Right? I know, it's surprising, right? I know. And then there's a couple things that let me tell you about your olfactory system, because it's fascinating. This using essential oils, like the reason I got into aromatherapy is because I had some health problems. I'm chemically sensitive, and so fragrance products are everywhere. Like you cannot get away from them. And I detoxed my like my kitchen chemicals. I detoxed all my personal care chemicals. I came to Kuset pretty much and started reading labels and shopping, and my health improved almost immediately. So I suggest using non-toxic fragrance products, because it'll improve your health. It raises your vibration. It improves the health of the air quality in your living space. It's really antiviral, antibacterial. They're wonderful for cleaning. And why not make a perfume instead of just adding essential oils? Enjoy yourself, have fun. And so
I took a whiff of the I wafted the cloves, and those cloves smell amazing. Yeah.
Can I trade you here?
Of course.
Okay, and then here, of course, is cinnamon. Yeah, isn't that fantastic?
Now the cinnamon is a little bit more mellow. It's a little bit more mellow.
And you have a lot of choices for cinnamon oils. I think some of the cinnamon is made like, this is cassia cinnamon, and I believe that is from like a type of cinnamon from China. I mean, it's like the different cinnamons come from different whether. Let's talk about your olfactory system, and because its integrity is really important to your overall health, because it has the distinction of having the only nerve cells that link your brain directly to the outside. No other parts. I mean, it's really connected to your outside, and most people think that your visual sight is the most important sense, the most important sense, your physical sense. But actually, it's your sense of smell is one of your oldest senses, and your sense of taste is 70 to 90% referenced by your sense of smell. So if you can't smell, you really can't appreciate flavor. So they're really tied together. So if you have a healthy olfactory system, it improves your health in so many ways. So let's talk about our olfactory systems. Okay. Our olfactory systems are located at the top of your nasal cavity, and it's a square inch of space, and it has 6 million nerve cells, and they regenerate in a 28-day cycle. And they are the only nerve cells that connect your brains to the outside. That is a very distinct, and it's important. Your sense of smell, when you experience fragrance, if it's say a harmful chemical, it like goes right. I mean, your brain is exposed essentially through your olfactory system. So it's really important to protect it. And part of the ways you can protect your olfactory system is wear a helmet, because getting clunked on the head can negatively impact your sense of smell. Recurring sinus infections can wipe out your sense of smell. Of course, smoking. Avoid, say, salon chemicals or ammonia, like harsh cleaning chemicals. And they say to exercise your olfactory by experiencing natural, healthy, organic fragrances. So that there's a blood-brain barrier. So between your brain and the outside world is your nasal cavity. Protecting your brain is the blood-brain barrier. Not very many things are allowed through the blood-brain barrier. Fat-soluble, which essential oils are the fat-soluble product of the plant.
Okay.
And they like fat-soluble things like essential oils and water and oxygen are some of the only things that are permitted to your brain. Your body has lots of protective, membranes to keep you healthy, and essential oils are permitted access to your brain because they're so good for you. And so I encourage it. So part of what exercising your olfactory looks like is smelling things. Use it. Use your olfactory. And so one of the things they say is when you're experiencing, as a perfumer, they say shut your eyes and focus on the smell. With your eyes shut, but focusing on your nose. So focus on your. So see what and they say, what does it bring up for you? Does it have like a sentimental? Does it?
It actually makes me calm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, yes. That's in the peppermint.
So it's like you just never know how things resonate with you.
Because the first time when I first smelled the peppermint essential oil, it was a little intense. Like I knew it was peppermint. When I closed my eyes, I started feeling calm.
Oh, cool.
Started feeling calm once I wafted the peppermint.
So what? The basics of perfumery. Once you have your base, middle, and top notes, and just a refresher, the top notes are your citrus notes.
Okay.
Your middle notes are pretty much everything herb and
spices.
And I forgot the floral. Floral goes in there, and the floral that we have here from the Now brand at Goosehead is lavender, everybody's favorite.
Lavender is one of my favorites.
Yes, healthy, healing.
Okay.
And lavender and peppermint are the kind of similar, they're the good for everything.
Okay.
You can't go wrong with lavender and peppermint. It's good for whatever ails you. Yeah, isn't that lovely? Not perfect.
Yeah. And it lingers.
Yep.
It doesn't just go away like the top notes, right?
That's right. It has a longer resonance.
Okay. Yes.
It's the lower the register, so you have your top notes, middle notes, and base notes, the lower the register, the longer, like the more viscous, like the thicker they are, and they're not as volatile, so they cling to you a little more. So now that you have your top notes, which are your citruses, your base notes, which are your woods, and so here we have frankincense and we have patchouli here at Goosehead, and then the middle notes, which are your herb and spice notes. So if you found a couple notes that you liked, did you have a favorite?
So I will say the patchouli is one of my favorites.
Okay, so that's...
I did really identify with the clove.
You did not? Okay.
I did.
Okay,
clove is like a winner.
Okay, so this is what I usually do, is just kind of let them breathe a little bit and kind of start to let them merge, let them mingle a bit. And then, what did you think about, did you have a favorite citrus? You want to try bergamot? Is a, I mean, what did you think? It's a perfumer's citrus. We don't really eat bergamot here, but does that resonate with you at all? Can you smell that?
Yes. Now, I would prefer this one, the bergamot, over the orange and the lemon.
Okay.
Only because it's a lot more, and it almost feels, honestly, it almost feels like this lingers a little bit longer than the citrus, because the citrus was definitely distinct, and it was like, boom, citrus, and that's, but here it kind of like flies under the radar a little bit, which is really refreshing.
Do you like floral scents? Do you like lavender?
Yes.
Did that resonate with you?
Absolutely.
And then when you're here, now that you've got your favorite smells in the group, just kind of like live with it for a second.
Okay.
See what you think. How does that how is that starting to go for you? Is it starting to feel like they're blending a little bit?
Yes. Wow.
That's nice.
That's nice.
And what I usually do is just make a room spray. You can use hydrosol, you can use distilled water, you can use vodka. If you want, people use vodka if they want a little bit more, say, germ killing, in the bathroom or whatever. But if you want, you can add, you can use, let's see, rose water is always a good one to mix your oils.
I'm loving this. We do have rose water in bulk here, so that could be something. I could bring my jar, my bottle in, and if I already know which essential oils I'm gonna use, I can just probably fill that up. Now, if I was using a spray bottle, how much would I want to fill it up?
So, if you use 2 ounces of water, you can use 40 drops of essential oils, and it will keep it at a 3% dilution. So that means it's safe for it's safe for kids and adults, but be careful with your pets. You'll want to use hydrosols with your pets. You don't want to use a straight up essential oils. So, but that's a safe dilution for around the house. And, the other thing I wanted to talk about as far as keeping your olfactory system healthy is apparently a zinc deficiency can depress your sense of smell. And I know that I looked up to see what foods are like Goosehead has that would be strong in zinc, and it said cashews, spinach, pumpkin seeds, and of course zinc lives. Zinc lives is have here. So, but if you feel
if we
like
don't have anything, we definitely have zinc lozenges.
Sure. And so if you're feeling like hey, I haven't my sense of smell is I'm feeling a little off with that, get a zinc lozenge and see if you kind of, because if your sense of smell is depressed a little bit, it can actually depress you. So if you're kind of like low on zinc and you're not experiencing the flavors of your food and you're not experiencing scents, it really can affect your your mental state. And so you want to keep yourself smelling healthy things and taking out toxins, so that you're always surrounding yourself with high vibration, healthy, healing. And then perfumery is, I read one perfumer called it a scent prayer. When she called it her anointing oil. You've heard that. And she calls it a scent prayer, and I just think that's really nice. And it's like really intentional. And I don't know if this is controversial, but fragrance is one of the largest triggers of PTSD. Scents bring you back to, well, places that are difficult.
Yeah.
And one exercise that I read about was creating your own dedicated blend for feeling happy and successful. And then, you know, when you're having a rough day, you bring out your blend and bring yourself back to your happy place. And it's a really good kind of recalibrates your brain towards wellness and your mental health towards wellness. So you have like a safe place in your essential oils. You can kind of think of it as a scent prayer, just kind of a little protection from, you know.
I love that.
Yeah, I do too. It
I
helps
mean,
me.
and how you phrase it, especially like when it comes to like the zinc lozenges and how you can have a sense of depression, and ultimately it's like listening to your body, like what is your body saying that it needs right now.
It's great self-care.
Yes. And which self-care is huge, because I feel like sometimes we don't talk about it enough, you know. So I love even when you said how it can be taking a person back to memories or PTSD and things like that. Sometimes we don't even think about those things. And I loved how, I always say I loved how, but yeah, this is definitely exciting. And I've learned so much.
I'm so glad.
I love history. So it's really important for me to like know where something came from.
Well,
you know,
scent products early in the day, they were mostly hygiene products and, well, you know, shaving products, fragrance shaving products. And until 1885, there were no synthetics in perfumery. 1885 kind of, they were technological advances in processing and organic chemistry and synthetic chemistry. They are able to now, perfume companies were able to get more bang from their buck. They were able to produce really inexpensive chemicals that replaced natural essential oils. And 1885 is kind of the birth of the modern perfume era, you know, the modern perfume industry as it is now. And so we're kind of circling back around to all natural perfumery because of, well, dying bees. And shoot, I saw a website that featured frog mutations because of what we're pouring into the rivers and stuff. So I mean, they we're impacting the planet with fragrance, and we can make a difference. Every individual can make a difference. And so I feel like I always say it's part of the environmental solution, because perfumery shouldn't be pollution. Was that heavy? Was that deep or what?
No, that was
really
good.
I mean,
well,
it's true,
because sometimes we don't think about things like, especially like how the things that we do and the things that we purchase and how that affects not just us in the home, but it affects the environment. And how, I mean, even when you said like the synthetics in perfumery, and how with stopping that, and how now it's kind of like it's come full circle of, okay, we need to raise awareness around this.
Because there's no away. It doesn't go away.
No.
It washes down the drain.
Yeah.
I mean, like every step of the way, as an individual, we can make a difference to, well, I mean, this beautiful planet. We're trying to conserve it. Let's keep it beautiful. Let's keep it smelling great, and keep everybody healthy, and raise the vibration, because that's what essential oils do. That's what perfumery does. It makes me happy. So I hope it puts a smile on people's face.
It definitely has put a smile on my face, and I have my scents here, and they're smelling delicious.
Right to it. Pine. Take a whiff of this. This is pine essential oil. What note in perfumery do you think that replicates? This is so cool. You'll know it as soon as I say it. Leather. That's like
yes.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yes.
And so leather is a big note that they use in perfumery in general, but in all natural perfumery, if you use a pine, which is a conifer, that will replicate kind of a leather note, and it's pretty awesome. It like really ups your fragrance game. It makes it a real like finished fragrance. It smells really good. So I don't know, what did you think? Do you like leather? I mean, I
love that it was definitely a base note, but it wasn't overwhelming.
Yeah,
you know.
But you got that. You're a natural, actually. You were able to like.
Oh yes, absolutely.
You can smell that lingers.
Yes.
I don't know if you like it, but if it resonates.
We're adding it.
Are you adding?
I'm adding it.
So this is a 4-ounce cobalt bottle, and so I'm just gonna. Actually, you do the essential oils first.
Okay.
And really, what I do is go heavy on your top notes because they're going to be the least expensive.
Okay.
You'll get more mileage out of it, and so you hold it, and they do about 40 drops all together.
Okay. I've completely lost count, but
Okay, there you go. You probably do. And so there's your top note.
Okay.
Was that your? Yep, bergamot was your top note. Okay, great. And then your middle notes,
Which would be the clove.
Yep, you got your clove. Perfect.
My clove is going to be my middle note.
And so you'll probably want to do. Oh yeah, you'll get an idea of how. Some 10 or so.
And then, do I move to my base?
Oh sure, yes, sure, for sure. And if you like your florals.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, go heavy on that. That's gonna be wonderful. Yep, you got it.
Okay, and then can I add my floral now?
Please do.
Okay.
Yeah, please do. And then Rose will also add a really nice floral to it. But really, floral notes in colognes for men, they don't really register as super like the whole masculine feminine thing. Most fragrances now are ungendered. That's really the trend.
That's what I love.
People are not that's more of like a marketing construct. It's really has nothing to society tells men they can't smell like flowers, but that's not actually you won't ever smell really floral. Like that's not the way your body's musk kind of neutralizes any sort of like if you're afraid of smelling girlish or something, that's not gonna happen.
And so, do I add
if you like a leather note in there, it really does. It really, you're really gonna like it.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna add like 2 ounces, just to make sure that. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be too strong of a dilution for you, but just to make sure that you're keep it nice and healthy. Make sure. And I'm filling it just about halfway.
Okay.
Just to. And you're gonna want to shake it each time because it's not, it's not blended in there. It's not emulsified. But it doesn't matter. It's gonna work great. And then go nuts. Oh yeah, nice.
Oh wow!
As it sits, it gets better and better as it ages. Like tomorrow, even it'll mellow.
Oh.
Like as the scents marry, it'll mellow and it will be wonderful. Yeah. One thing that a contractor told me, we did a lot of remodeling on our house, and he said spray water. Like he had a big spray bottle and he sprayed. It brought the dust down, and so I do that every day. I go through my house and spray it. I don't have to dust nearly as much. And I don't know if you're familiar. One of the DIY ways I use essential oils in perfumery around my house is. Are you familiar with the potpourri spray?
Yes.
I make my own. You can use that for potpourri spray, so it'll keep your bathroom more fresh.
So Abigail, we've created this custom scent. It is amazing. Is there before we close out? One, thank you so much for coming here and doing this today. It is really awesome to learn about the history of perfumery. Do you have any up and coming events? Anything special you would like to let everyone know about?
Oh, thanks for asking. Yes, my website goes live tomorrow, allnaturalperfumery.com, and I've got 2 books available, 2 of 6. It's a perfume series, All Natural Perfumery, available on Amazon. Kindle and paperback.
This is awesome. Thank
Thanks.
you so much.
Thanks,
Thank you so
Tamara.
much.
Oh, okay.
You're teaching and I'm the student.
Sweating like the whole church though, because I'm so nervous. Okay, you all right? I don't. Oh.
No.
There's a little aromatherapy for that. Okay. Did that go okay, Rico?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Did I look like a spaz?
No.
Well, and we're back.
Okay.
Are you having fun?
Sort of.
Oh my gosh. thank you for having fun with me.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, this is wonderful.
Rico, you're amazing. I will buy you dinner.
Oh.
Or I will just cook. I'll cook for the crew. You can get some.
Aw.